So let me tell you guys why your business is not gonna work out. If you're starting a business or if you want to get into business, I want to tell you that the failure rate is a lot higher than you think. And me personally, I've had to go through 8, 10, I think 12 different failures to get to where I could say I actually have some successful businesses. And the statistics might scare you so much that you probably will quit business. But let me tell you something, you don't have to quit because there's this thing called acquisitions. Let me tell you about acquisitions. And not a lot of people talk about this as a business model. So you can either start your own burger shop, or you can start your own barber shop or yogurt shop, and you can invest hundreds of thousands of dollars just to see if it works. I've seen so many stores open and close, open and close. They go through a cycle of deaths, right? I'm sure you guys have seen the deaths of commercial spaces, of course, because of COVID. But a bigger conversation we can have is, how do we reduce the risk of starting a business? How do we reduce risk of capital and time? Because, and someone told me, or I saw this, and it's gonna shock you, is that we only have a good 30 to 40 years of working life, right? To start a business or to work. We have a good 30 to 40 years of our life to do it. Now, you could argue, okay, I could work for 50 years, 60 years. Sure, but on average, we still want to, up until we're 18 or 20 years old, we're still figuring things out. And then you add 20 years or 30 years on top of that, then you're at, 50 years old. Usually you want to retire at like 60, whatever. You could argue, but the point is, off of your 40 years of work, 10 of that 40 is spent mastering a business, mastering a skill, whether you are installing carpets or installing tiles, you're a contractor. I'm sure you understand, if you've been in business for a while, it takes 10 years to actually get to the point where you need to be a little bit financially successful. And that's given if you took the normal route and you work hard and things is a normal up and down, up and down. After 10 years, you should see some sort of success, quote unquote. You could argue people made it in 5 years, 2 years, okay. But beyond that, they have to had some failures, 2, 3, 4, 5 years of failures before getting to that 2-year get rich quick overnight success, right? Every overnight success you've seen, there's a layer of 5 years of grinding for that to happen. Now, of course, there are some exceptions to be an actual overnight success, but unless if you got lucky with Bitcoin, or you just created something crazy, still it takes time to get there, right? 10 years. And so out of the 40 years, that's 10 years. And so you only have, if you wasted 10 years doing something that was not actually going to scale, guess what? You only have 3 more 10 years, right? That's not much time. Plus, we all want to be wealthy while we're young as possible. And young is a parameter of age. And so the reason why I'm shooting this video is to show you guys that a lot of people overlook this business model called acquisitions or private equity. So what is this business model? Essentially, instead of starting a burger shop or starting a barber shop or a yogurt shop, you actually buy them. Okay, you buy them, you acquire these companies, these businesses that's already cash flowing. So let's say Bob's Burgers. I know, very original. Bob's Burgers has been in business for 20, 30 years. Okay, so you're taking advantage of their 30 years by just buying that company, and you're in the business. Congratulations, you're in the business and you're cash flowing from day one, and now you can buy more on top of that to grow it. Now, I know what you're gonna say, Ryan, I don't have money to buy a company. Now, let's just say, for argument's sake, you did have money, you had 200K, and you were gonna start a business. Well, I would argue, why not just acquire a business for your 200K? The keys, the ingredients for a good deal is, number one, it has to be off market. Okay. Now, I've done many deals on market, I have, but the best ones have always been off market. I can explain why, but I'm sure you could understand why that's so important. Off market allows you to take advantage of deals that no one else can see. Okay. Now, there's a lot of people playing this game of acquisitions to where if there's a good deal put on market, it's gone within a day. Okay, it depends on the industry. So that's the first ingredient, knowing about off-market deals. Now, how do you find off-market deals? I'll get to that. Let me tell you the second ingredient. Second ingredient is you need to have knowledge in the space of industry that you want to get into. So for example, you want to get into the burger industry, you gotta have some knowledge about growing a burger business. Now, of course, you're not gonna be in there yourself making the burgers, but what I'm saying is you need to understand your audience, your product market fit, so that you can grow the company. The point of buying these companies is to grow them and not just coast. You want to grow them, okay? So that's the second ingredient. Third ingredient is some sort of creative seller financing structure. How do you do this? Essentially, you can negotiate the owner, the current owner who wants to sell, you can negotiate for them to stay on board for the next 3 or 5 years, because you as the new owner need to be trained, right? You need to be trained on that business. Even though you already know about burger business, you still need to be trained on the logistics, who their suppliers are, the types of clients that come in, etc. And so you can negotiate for them to stay on, right, for the next 3 to 5 years or longer, and then you can buy them out after that length of time has expired. Okay, so how does this look like? How does it work? So for example, they're looking to sell their burger business at $5 million. Now, you could structure a deal where, hey, Mr. Seller, stay on for 5 years, train me, I'm gonna grow this company, I'm gonna inject some cash into advertising, staffing, research and development, etc. Grow it to then a new evaluation of say 10 million in the next 5 years, so you can buy him out at a higher price. So if he wants 5 million, and I hope you guys are taking notes, because I'm gonna be spitting a bunch of numbers here. Let's say he wants to sell at 5 million. You can negotiate and say, hey, stay on for the next 5 years. I'll give you 7 million, right? I'll give you a higher price, or you don't have to. You could keep him at 5 mil. Or you could say, I'll give you an extra 2 million, stay on. Let's write a contract to where after 5 years, I'll buy you out. But for now, let me be 80% owner. Let me be 50% owner. It depends on the deal and what their exit would look like. Okay, so that's the 3 key ingredients to making an acquisition happen. Now, this all stems from the seller and what kind of exit they're looking for, okay? What their vision is. Do they want to pass it down to their kids and have them be managers, but you could be the owner who ensures that they are employed? Do they just want out right? Because they're tired of the business, they're tired of running it, they just want to retire because they're 70 years old, they just want to travel. Do they want a chunk of cash? Do they want $500,000 in cash and then they want out, right? So there's many different kinds of reasons. So you need to understand why they want to leave the business, and you need to communicate that you could be the solution for that, okay? So now going back to the off market, how do you find off market deals? Well, that is the magic question in it. Well, there's a lot of different ways for you to find off market deals. My personal favorite is abundance and digital marketing, and using our new age of social media and this thing called the laptop to get off market deals. Now, once you get off market deals, how do you raise money? Let's say you don't have money, okay? Bob's Burgers, he wants to sell it for $5 million. He wants at least, let's say you were able to negotiate 0% down, okay? Zero money down. And how do you do that? Again, you find their pain point. Why do they want to exit? Okay? Let's say they're just tired of the business. Okay, Mr. Bob, I'll come in. Let me inject some cash into growing the business and then buy you out in year 5, okay? But let's just say you need $500,000 for the deal, okay? 5 million, $500,000 to make it happen. That's 10% of the purchase price, right? 10% of 5 million is $500,000, 500,000. So how do you find $500,000? Of course, I'm sure you don't have $500,000, or maybe you do. If you don't, you need to raise the capital for it. How do you raise the capital for it? Now, my favorite is talking to people who are in the industry, in the same vertical. Why? Because they get excited about deals that's already in their industry. So you find people who's already in the burger business. And this is how I raised capital. This is how I raised money for real estate. I went to real estate investors because they already love real estate, right? I tried raising money from people outside real estate. They just don't understand. But if you're in the same industry of the person who wants to be an investor, it makes things easier. Plus, they could offer value beyond money. They can actually be a consultant. They can help you grow the company more. Okay, so you hit up all the burger businesses that are doing relatively decent revenue, so they have cash to invest. And you hit them up and say, hey, I have this off-market deal. This Bob's Burger guy, he's doing, I don't know, so $5 million, say 3x EBITDA. Let's say he's doing 300,000 a year in profit. I don't know, I'm just throwing out some numbers. And you throw that opportunity in front of these operators' faces, and from there you meet them in person or on a Zoom call, and you tell them about the opportunity, and you tell them that you want equity for finding the deal. You want ownership, okay? And you also want an acquisition fee. That's important. So there's a lot of ways to make a deal happen, but the point I'm trying to make is that you don't have to struggle to start a business again. With this newfound knowledge that because of this video, you know that you can actually purchase companies instead, okay? And supercharge your success and not waste 10 years of your life trying to start a business and making it successful. You could just buy a company that's been operating for 30, 40 years, and they're just tired. Their kids don't want to inherit it. They're just tired. Reach out to them and then you buy them out. So you're helping them, they get cashed out. You're helping yourself, you jump into a business instantly, and you're helping your investor because they've always wanted to grow anyways, and they have got a bunch of cash. So that's how it works. Now, again, remember I said choose your industry. Now, whether that's a burger company or it's real estate, doesn't matter what. If it's a construction company, if it's a cleaning company, a barber shop, ice cream store, assisted healthcare living, a trucking company, etc. It doesn't matter. The point is that you can jump into this game called acquisitions, and you can actually, acquire your way to business, right? And if you really think about it, this is what the top businessmen are doing. If you really think about it, Elon Musk, did he start Tesla? He didn't start. He bought Tesla, right? And he just improved it. McDonald's, Ray Kroc, did he start McDonald's? Do you think he did not? It was started by the McDonald's brothers, and he bought them out, right? He just took their license and he just grew it. And so, the point is that there's a lot of opportunities out there for you guys to take advantage of. You just have never seen it or looked at it that way, because you're always taught by the media, by movies, that it's so cool to start your own business and it's so rewarding, and you're gonna be a billionaire. But the truth of the matter is, it's tough, right? Not saying you can't do it. You probably can. There's just a faster way of getting there. And you know what? If you are passionate about starting your own burger business, then do it, right? Maybe you will acquire your competition later down the line because you're successful. And so, the point is to shift your lens so that you can start seeing these opportunities. You might be at a basketball game and someone's, uncle says, yeah, he's running a really successful, sand blasting company. I don't know. Which, by the way, I'm doing due diligence on that kind of company. But let's say he's doing a really successful flooring company. Let's just say a flooring company. He's doing like $2 million a year, right? But he's so tired of it, he just wants to sell right there. Because you watch this video, you say, hey, can I talk to your uncle? I know a little bit about flooring. I know some people in the industry. If he's looking to retire, I could probably help him out. I could step in and grow the business, buy him out, etc. Right? So that's the whole point of this video. I hope you guys found a lot of value from this. If you did, just hit the like, subscribe, do your thing. And hopefully you guys enjoyed. So take care. Thank you so much.